Friday, everyone. It is your girl, Sakara Bay, motivational speaker and author. Real quick, I do not have a lot of time this morning. I'm like pressed against time right now, but it's okay because I had to come check y'all out this morning and just give you a little piece of what is on my mind. I hope you guys had an amazingly productive week. I hope you guys took something from our message on humility and humbleness this week, that it just had you thinking about a couple things. Nothing is that easy that you can snap your fingers and change it overnight. We are all a work in progress, and I am continuing to work on myself and apply some of these things to my life. But if you did miss my life lesson on humility this week, please take advantage of this opportunity to go back and view that message on humility. I had a great time with humility this week, but I was challenged this week. I love a good challenge. Wednesday, when I was at work, I received the email and to be invited to be a guest speaker at Delaware Behavioral Health Institution. And I did not know that May is Trauma Awareness Month. Did you guys know that? That just kind of shook me on the inside just saying that a little bit, because it challenged me to go back. Now, I talk about my past traumas, but I never deliver a message on trauma awareness. I am not afraid to speak my testimony. Everyone knows that I am a survivor of childhood molestation. I began getting molested at a very young age, which in turn had a very devastating effect on some of the circumstances and things that happened to me coming up in life. I did not love myself. I did not know myself. I did not even know that self-love was a thing. So I'm going to practice on y'all a little bit because I have a few weeks to prepare on this message on trauma awareness, and not I guess different kinds of trauma, because that can be the source of a lot of our issues, getting back to the reason why we continue to suffer in some of the ways that we suffer in, even as adults, because of some of the traumas that we are holding on to from the things that happened to us in our past. And it does not necessarily have to be childhood traumas. In my case, it was childhood traumas, but a lot of people go through adult traumas. It can stem from anything, tragic accidents. We could just have anxiety and bad nerves for whatever reason. Something may have happened to someone in your family, which is causing you to have severe anxiety, and you just don't know, because of that one thing that happened, you're afraid of what may happen next. So you may just always be on edge. So I do want to be very creative and very, I just want to be able to reach everyone on my message that I am going to deliver in a few weeks on trauma. And if I was not challenged to deliver this message on trauma, I probably would have never considered delivering a message on trauma. So it's going to probably take a serious reflection on what happened to me, my past traumas. I do remember a lot. I got a memory like an elephant. I'm telling you, you think that I have forgotten some things. It seems like I just remember every little thing. So even minor details back into the trauma, my childhood traumas, I remember minor details, things that happened to me. And I used to go around thinking, a lot of people think that saying, I got bad nerves is something to make light of. But my mother had terrible nerves and terrible anxiety. And I remember carrying that nervousness and that anxiety and not even really knowing where it stemmed from until I began to wonder why my life was the way that it was. And I began to talk about the things that happened to me as a child. And I did not begin to talk about my childhood traumas until I was well into my adulthood. I mean, I was probably almost 30 years old when I started talking about those things, because as far as I was coerced or told, or whatever happens in the house stays in the house, and don't ever speak of these things or whatever, which is so far from the truth, because I don't care who it is who thinks that it's okay to do these damaging things to any human being, whether it's a child or an adult. If you are being abused in any way, shape, form, or fashion by anyone, it should be discussed outside of the home. So you can not only rely on the opinion or what the person who is abusing you has to say to you about what they are doing to you, and you are believing them. So all you know is what they saying to you, and you believe in what they are saying to you, and you don't have an outside outlook on it. You won't even realize the reality of how damaging it is until you begin to talk about it outside of the situation, outside of the home, outside of the family. Go to therapy, talk to somebody, go to the authorities, talk to whoever that you need to talk to, because that is when I realized how damaging it was, why I was self-destructing the way that I was. I did not know why I was the way that I was until I realized how wrong the things were that were happening to me. And I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay because of who it was, and because of the people who allowed these things to happen to me. It was, multiple people. I was being abused in different ways from the closest people to me. I didn't think I thought that was normal until I began to talk about it outside of my household, because it was happening inside of my household. So that's where a lot of my childhood traumas came from. But when I received that email this week, I was like, Lord, you are testing me. I feel like it's time for me to elevate and kind of get out of my comfort zone and talk more and teach more about traumas and learning how to overcome traumas. So this is very exciting for me. I really did not know what I was going to get on. I just wanted to jump on here and encourage you guys today and just talk about things that you can do for yourself to continue to take care of yourself, focus on yourself, motivate yourself, show up for yourself, the importance of all of those things. But I said, I'm so excited. I'm like bursting out the freaking seams, excited about what God has allowed to be presented to me in these moments as far as trauma is concerned. So I'm going back to some of my childhood traumas, and I'm going to do a complete research, and I am going to study it, and I am going to practice on you guys before I go and do this message on trauma. This is I'm not going to say this is something like I never did before, because I am comfortable now with talking about my childhood traumas. It is part of my past. It is part of, what happened to me. But I never really considered just talking about, just doing like a whole message just on trauma. And now that I think about it, It's necessary. It is very necessary because so many people are holding on to past traumas. And I would have never realized God is so amazing. I would have never realized the importance of pointing out these things if it wasn't presented to me in this manner. So I'm just grateful for the way that it that is playing out for me right now. And it's uncomfortable. No one likes to talk about things that hurt them in the past, especially when God has allowed me to go through a process of healing, and I am continuing to heal every single day. I am in an amazing place in my life right now. The way that I love myself is a way that I didn't even know that was possible for me to love myself. The way that I was treated, tormented, tortured, abused, raped, verbally abused, all of those type of things. I didn't even think it was possible for me to love myself on the level that I love myself today. Do I still have work to do? Of course I have work to do, but I am so far from where I used to be. And I'm so grateful to be able to say that. So that is what is going on with me right now. I cannot wait to say it. I'm just like, so excited because it is challenging. It is emotionally challenging to kind of dig up those old hurts and all of those kind of things. And I had to be careful. I have to be careful because I still have to protect myself emotionally, and I have to continue to heal and walk in my healness and all of those type of things while I am preparing myself to do things like that. But my heart is there because I never know who may be carrying around traumas that can be hindering them to live in their fullness, the joy of life, have peace of mind, and all of those type of things. There are people who probably not even have begun the process of healing because of the traumas that is standing in the way from them moving on to healing in ways that they need to heal. And so it's just very challenging. It's emotionally challenging, and I am ready for the challenge. Love me a good challenge. I don't know about y'all, and I trust God in all things, and I do believe that I was presented with this for a reason. So I believe that it is very much much purpose in me, a person like me who has went through childhood traumas, to sit before folks and talk about traumas. We can read about traumas or, whatever. It's just nothing like it coming from someone who actually walked in it, who actually experienced it, who was actually on that side. I thought I was going to die there. I thought I was going to die there. I thought that's where my life ended. I thought I was done. I thought my past defined every bit of my future until I began to realize that that was not the end of my story. So that's where I am with that today. And someone needs to hear that. And that goes for so many different traumas. So I am going to look into different kind of traumas and the reality of the traumas that people are suffering with now today. And I'm going to talk about the importance of releasing these traumas. No matter what type of trauma it is, it has to go. No one thing that happened to you in your past defines what your future is going to look like. If you are basing what your future is going to look like from what happened to you in your past, you're done. You're sunk. You're finished. That is it for you. If I would have stopped right there and held on to that because of what happened to me, I would not be sitting here talking to you right now. I promise you, I would not be sitting here talking to you right now. I would be hung up on the way that people treated me as a child. I would still be stuck in that tormented child frame of mind, stuck in self-destruction, stuck in self-abuse, stuck in drug addiction, and all of those things. I probably wouldn't even be alive right now here to tell my story. That would have completely wiped out my life. I know God have. I'm so grateful. I know God has more in store for me, and there's a reason why my story did not end there. And there's a reason why your story did not end there. Some people have thrown in the towel on themselves when God never said it was over for you. You sitting up there trying to give up on yourself, but obviously you are still here for a reason. So you might as well stop trying to throw in the towel, because it ain't over. It's not over until God says it's over. And on top of that, you can get past anything that you have been through. No matter how hard it is, no matter how devastating it was, no matter how big of an effect. I'm not minimizing the effect of it that it had on you. My traumas had a devastating effect on me. I remember being in my marriage when I was still married to my ex-husband. And I was depressed. I was depressed for at least a complete year. Birthdays, holidays, my kids, Christmas, everything. I just laid in the bed. I got up and went to the bathroom, and they brought me food. I laid in the bed for an entire year. I was so depressed. My husband came in from work one day, and he sat at the edge of the bed, and he was talking to me. And I began to plan my funeral with him. I was not even 40 years old yet. And I was throwing in the towel on myself. I said, it's over. I'm done. I am going to die here. This is it for me. And God was like, really? No, it ain't. It ain't over until I say it's over. And I was so serious. My ex-husband, I never saw that man, even all the years that we were married and beyond. I never saw, that was the only time I saw a single tear roll down that man's face when I sat there and planned my funeral with him, because he saw how serious I was about throwing in the towel on myself. I thought my life was completely over. And that is where I just set it up in my mind. And I know it came from the things that happened to me. I thought there was no more future for me. I thought I was over. I thought it was done. That's what I thought in my own mind. And someone else might be there as well. You might be giving up on yourself. You might be throwing in the towel on yourself. And I'm here to tell you today, it's not over. No matter how bad that trauma was that affected you, no matter what it was or how bad it was, it's still not over for you. Nothing is so bad that you can't continue on with the rest of your life. And we are only defeated, these situations only defeat us when we accept them as failure and defeat. We can use these things as stepping stones onto our destiny, to the rest of our life. My testimony is what made me stronger, is what carries me. It was what made me who I am, is what prepares me for what God really has for me. I'm telling you, we may not understand, but it's probably a reason that you went through, or you had to go through all the things that you had to go through. Yes, it hurt. No, it was not easy. Yeah, the people who did it should not have done it. Yes, tragic things happen. Yes, we question God. Why did this happen? I'm doing all the right things. I'm dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's, and this should not have happened to me or anyone in my family. Listen, I know sometimes some of the worst things happen to some of the best people, but things happen. happen in life. It is something that we cannot get over, whether it is by the hands of other people, and I am not justifying that at all. Those type of abuses, the abuse that I had to go through as a child, those things should come to a complete end. There is no reason, no excuse for childhood abuse, childhood molestation, any kind of abuse in any way. Human beings are not here to abuse each other. That is abuse of human nature. That there's no humanity in human beings taking advantage of the fact that they think that it's okay for them to abuse each other in whatever way, for whatever reason, while we fix these things in our own mind, while we think it's okay for us to cause harm on one another. It's inexcusable, it's unacceptable, and it should not be happening in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It's wrong on every level. It's wrong morally. It is wrong. It is just wrong for human beings to abuse each other. So if someone is manipulating or coercing you in any type of way to make you think that it is okay, that you have to accept any form of abuse in any kind of way, they're lying, they're wrong, and it needs to end. So I had to come to that point within my own self to realize that the people who are causing harm to me should never have caused harm to me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Listen, the best thing you can do for yourself is realizing your own mind that you deserve better than to be treated in the ways that you have been treated, and fix it in your mind like this is inhumane. I am not going for this. I am better than this. Get yourself out of that frame of mind. Sometimes people, they be messed up. People be messed up in their own mind. I'm telling you, people got issues. People have issues, and they reflect their issues on you because they have not dealt with the things that they need to deal with. So they want to treat you as less than. It's not you, it's them. And the best thing that you can do is get away from these people who think it's okay to inflict harm on you. So I'm talking from my personal experience because of the traumas that I had to overcome personally in my life. But I just wanted to touch a little bit on overcoming past traumas and preparing myself to do a message on trauma. This will be an in-person message that I am delivering on trauma. I did speak at the Delaware Behavioral Health Center. I believe it was once last year on Mental Health Awareness Month, which I believe is coming up in June, if I'm not mistaken. So it totally caught me off guard that they reached out to me again and asked me to come and speak on trauma. The topic threw me off guard. I was like, whoa, trauma. But I'm so glad that God has taken me out of my comfort zone in that manner. I know that I am so passionate about speaking on such a topic because of my personal experience with traumas and the healing that God has allowed to take place over my life. This is through the roof. So exciting for me. So y'all pray for me, pray for my strength. I am so grateful for this opportunity to be able to speak on trauma. This is very exciting for me, but I do want to talk more about trauma. This is just one of my quick Friday messages on trauma. I will be doing a complete life lesson on traumas. So please stay tuned for that. Look out for my message on trauma. And maybe when I go to the Behavioral Health Center in Delaware, I might go live stream or upload that video, record it and upload it on my YouTube channel. So you may be able to view me delivering that message live in person. But that is it, you guys. Take care of yourself today. I don't even want to say this weekend. These weekends are flying past so fast. You're going to blink your eyes and it's going to be Friday again. I can't even say it's going to be Monday. It's going to be Friday again. You're going to blink your eye. You're going to sneeze and it's going to be Christmas. I'm telling you. So take care of yourself in these moments. Allow yourself to embrace the moment that you are in. Love yourself. Live your truth. Walk in your oneness. Be totally, completely, authentically who you are. The world is full of copycats. Everybody trying to do what everybody else is doing, wear the same shoes, and think how everybody else is thinking. Think in a way that you need to think. Do what is best for you. Do what is good for go with your gut instinct. Do something for yourself that is going to please you and that is going to make you happy today, despite of what is going on in society and what is trending and the latest news and the latest TikToks and the latest fashion and all of those type of things. Be at peace with yourself. Be one with yourself. Do what is pleasing to you. Show up for yourself. This is what I want y'all to do this weekend. Show up for yourself in a way that you have never showed up for yourself before. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you need you. You need you. You need to show up for yourself. There are so many things that we have to go through, that we have to grow through, that we heal from, things that are happening every single day. Don't be dependent on someone else to come and help you and come save you and come love you and come hug you. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself that you love yourself. Speak kind and wonderful words over yourself. Make yourself feel good. That way you can be okay in solitude by yourself. You don't have to depend on nobody, because there's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself and enjoying the company of other human beings. I do it all the time. I'm not saying isolate yourself or be some kind of hermit, but just in case you are alone today, be able to be okay with being alone. Go for a walk by yourself. Have lunch by yourself. Take a couple deep breaths by yourself. Be within your own thoughts without the opinions and chit chats of everybody else in your head, and you don't even know what to think because all you hear is somebody talking about their opinion and they gossiping what that person said. You don't even need all that right now. There's so much going on. Just go somewhere and take a deep breath, relax your mind, and find yourself some peace, because you need it. I need it. I'm going to take my own advice. I need a sense of peace today. There is a lot going on in this world, and I don't want to be caught up with everything that is going on. I want to enjoy myself today. I want to love like I have never loved before. I want to laugh until I cry. I want to enjoy myself. I want to feel good in my mind and my body and my spirit. I want to pray until I feel the presence of the Holy Spirit surrounding me. I want to feel good with the choice of people that I choose to associate myself with on a regular basis. I don't want to be uneasy in any kind of way. So I'm going to show up for me so I can be comfortable with me and the decisions that I make on a regular basis. And I encourage you all to do the same thing too. So that is it, you guys. I love you. God bless you. Do something for yourself today. I'm not even going to say this weekend. I'm going to say today, in these moments. Go ahead and do something for yourself that is going to be pleasing to your spirit. You're going to thank yourself later. Trust me, you will. So God bless you, and I love you. Big shout out to y'all who are here joining my live video this morning. Thank you for your presence here today. Don't forget, go to my YouTube channel. That is True Value No Knowing Your Worth on YouTube. My books are available and on sale on Amazon. That is True Value, Knowing Your Worth, Walking Treasure, Discover Your Hidden Treasures, Feed Your Soul, Your Personal Guide to Health and Wellness, and Religiously. And that is taking a closer look at spirituality and religion. Listen, I love y'all. God bless you. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Do something for yourself. In the meantime, God bless you. I love you. You guys continue to stay blessed.